What's up, Chalk babies? It's your girl Chalk. I came to slay. I ain't come to play. And you know, I got time today.
Play my part and I ain't ask for nothing, so I don't hit them up if it ain't important. I'm underrated, I'm still dropping. Bitches mad cause I'm still popping. Gave them chances, no, I ain't stopping. My son is growing, dad ain't stopping. So I gotta go hard, get the Maybach. See slay back, all jet black. Yeah, I like that, I don't fight back. Take a guy, he'll fight that. Cause I'm tired of hell trying to hold that. That's straight facts, I'm dumb with y'all. Played the game, but I dealt the cards. Ain't that a shame? You a knockoff for having bad mouth. It's a lost cause, I'm a boss cause, make boss cause.
Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about releasing bad habits, bad people, bad energy, just all the bad. Okay, today we're gonna talk about that. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all got y'all notebooks and y'all pens and ready to jot down some of this good wisdom, this good information that I'm about to give y'all, because I'm ready to give it to y'all. Make sure y'all follow, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all tune in to every video. Make sure you turn on your post notification bells so you won't miss nothing that I do, whether that's videos, music, challenges, pranks, vlogs, tutorials, any of that. I do it all over here. Okay, I'm a jack of all trades. I'm sorry, I can't hide my creativity. We about to get right into this video. Let's get it. Okay, so first thing first, I feel like when you are trying to release like anything bad, like bad habits, bad places, bad things, I feel like first you have to separate yourself from what it is that you're trying to release yourself from. Because if you are constantly like keeping yourself around it, you are not really trying to release it, and that's why it's going to be harder for you to let it go. Like, say if you're in a bad relationship, right, and you really want to get out this bad relationship, but if you keep going back to this person, how could you ever see yourself releasing them? Like, how could you ever see yourself moving on from that? You won't see it, because it's like you're around it. You're keeping it in your energy. You're keeping it around in your atmosphere. Sometimes you got to remove yourself completely from the situation that you are trying to detach yourself from. Not meaning that you have to block people or cut them off, but sometimes that is what you have to do. In most cases, you don't have to do that though. Just let people know, like, hey, I'm about to take a step back from everything. You know what I'm saying? If you need me, call me. If it's not an emergency, please don't call me. Learn how to protect your energy instead of being so open to things that you may not want to make a habit. I learned that by being in relationships that I didn't really want to be in. It takes 30 days to create a habit, and it also takes 30 days to break one. So if I'm around this person for 30 days straight, automatically it's going to become a habit for me to be around them every day, see them every day, all of that, because it's a habit. But once I go 30 days without talking to that person or not being around them at all, that habit is broken. Like, now I can completely release you. I can move on with my life. Like, it's been a long time, you know what I'm saying, for me to let that go. When you're trying to detach from something, you have to give yourself a chance to release it. I mean, detach from it before you release it, because if you try to release it before detaching, it's only going to hurt. You're going to feel like you are suffering. You're going to feel like you're basically torturing yourself. You have not released it. You have to release it first. Another thing that I wanted to say about protecting yourself, releasing, you know, bad energy and bad places and people. Even when I was working like this job, it was the energy of the job that I just did not like. And I realized I had to stop settling for things, thinking, oh my gosh, this is the only thing that I can get. When in all actuality, if I put my time and my energy into something that I was passionate about, or something that I actually wanted to do, who knows, like, that could make me money, that could, you know, change my life. So I started to look at things like, I have to release this job in order to let this good energy come in that I'm trying to, you know, project into the world. A lot of times we get sidetracked, and then we be like, okay, well, maybe it's a person around me that need to go. Well, no, sometimes it's a bad habit that you have that need to go, whether that be smoking, drinking, partying too much, not spending enough time with your kids, not, you know, going to the gym, not eating healthy. Little bad habits can start an energy war in your body. And next thing you know, you're wondering, why do I feel like this? Or why do I feel like I'm constantly battling with myself? It's because it's because of the things that you are letting into your atmosphere. I learned that years ago, when I stopped eating certain foods. When I stopped eating certain foods, I realized how my stamina picked back up and how I was able to like move quicker, and I actually felt more calm and things like that. Y'all, my cat is acting crazy. I started to realize basically like I had to start releasing certain foods and stop eating so many like hot Cheetos and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. That stuff was really bring you down. Like, you really got to be careful about that. I'm not a guru when it comes to releasing bad things, but I do know that Crying is a way to release as well. If you have to cry, cry. Like, I cry all the time. I don't care. I'm a crybaby. I cry all the time because it helps me. I don't know about other people. They probably feel like crying don't help them. Crying helps me. It helps me to see what is it that hurt me and how I can move past it, but through my pain, instead of holding a grudge against someone because I don't want to let it go. I just be trying to figure out, like, how do people go about their life without releasing certain things? How can you, like, how can you hold on to something for so long? Like, I don't care what it is. Some stuff that has happened to me, y'all, I held on to that stuff probably for like 7 years. I'm not even gonna lie. It was the worst 7 years of my life because I was holding on to things that didn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Anymore, because it had already happened. Nobody talked about it. It wasn't addressed and things like that. And I'm not going to say that your pain or what you feel doesn't matter, but sometimes you have to look at it in a different perspective, as if, okay, well, maybe this was to form me. Maybe this was to push me. Maybe this was to, you know, I started to look at things in a different view instead of trying to look at it like, oh my gosh, everybody trying to take me out. Once I did that, I started to realize the attacks as well from the praise. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I released what was bad for me and what was good for me. I noticed off of the support that I was getting. I noticed off of the conversations that I would have with people. I noticed off of the way that my relationships went. You could just tell what's not good for you and what is. And once you figure that out, it's going to be easier for you to, like, release it, because you know now that it's bad for you. I could say, like, back in April, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say that on here, but I had stopped smoking completely. It actually made me feel real rejuvenated. Like, I felt like a whole nother person, honestly. I literally could not understand what was it that made me even start. So when you release something, you start to think, what was I even thinking? Like, why was I so attached to that? What made me attached to this thing or to this person? You start to question yourself and ask yourself, well, what was it? You know, I want you to be able to identify at least 3 things in your life that you know instantly when you see it, touch it, feel it, whatever, it instantly gives you a bad vibe. I want you to identify 3 of those things. And then next to those 3 things, I want you to tell me, what does it make you feel? After you write what it makes you feel, I want you to write, what can you do to avoid that feeling? It's going to be a chain reaction. It's not going to be overnight. It's going to take you some time. But I want you to take your time and really write down 3 things that give you anxiety or make you feel paranoid. I don't know. You know, something that just makes you feel uneasy. And then I want you to write next to it, how does it make you feel? What does it give you? Anxiety? Does it give you depression? Does it make you sad? Tell me, what does that make you feel? And then I want you to write, how can you avoid feeling that way? Not saying that how you feel is wrong, but what I'm saying is, how can you avoid it so you won't feel that way? I learned to avoid things instead of address them, because sometimes some stuff don't even need to be addressed. And a lot of people think, oh, let me just open my mouth and speak on it. Some things don't need to be addressed, but most things do. Don't get me wrong. Most things need to be addressed, because the way this generation set up, it need to be talked about. And that's why I'm here talking about this. You have to learn how to release things that no longer serve you. Some things come into your life for a season. You got to know when that season is up. You got to know when to move on. Like, you cannot keep holding on to stuff that does not serve you in this next season or this next chapter in your life. If you do that, you're going to continue to hold yourself back. And you're going to wonder, why isn't the blessing running in? Why is it the glory of God shining upon me? This is the questions you're going to be asking yourself. It's all because you don't know how to release. If you don't release, he can't release the blessing. See? Whoo, that just gave me chills. The release is in the release, okay? He cannot release the blessings until you release what you have that is keeping you anxious, depressed, sad, whatever it is, hurt, whatever is keeping that trauma built up. You need to release it, so that way you'll be able to heal properly. If you stand in a relationship that you're not happy in, and you think that staying with this person, hoping that they would change, is a part of your healing, you seriously need to sit and have a talk with me. Because your healing is not going to come from within that relationship. Your healing is going to come from within you. Whether y'all be together tomorrow or not, you should be able to heal yourself. We all have that superpower. Y'all just ain't tapped in it. Tap in. Tap in. You got to tap in. Tap in with your inner self. Tap in with the thing, with what makes you feel whole. Learn to release things that make you feel unworthy. Like you don't matter. You matter. It may not be to them. It may not be to him. It may not be to her. But you matter. Make an effort to say you love you again by releasing things that don't serve you or don't even feel right. If it don't feel right, it's not right. I don't care what nobody say. If it don't feel right, it's not right. God gave us all a conscience. And it speaks to us all. Listen to it. If it's telling you to let it go, let it go. It's doing you more good than harm. Holding on to it is doing more harm than good. I've wasted so much of my time holding on to stuff that did not serve me anymore. Relationships, friendships, jobs, co-workers, business partners. But as soon as I learned to release that stuff, those things, those people, I started to see who I truly was and what I wanted out of life. Because when you got all them distractions going on around you, you got people going, you can't even think. You can't even think. Take a step back. Think. It's okay. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for stepping back for a moment for yourself to do what you need to do to get where you need to be mentally. But I wanted to come on here and I wanted to just say this because I've seen a lot of people who are struggling with letting something go, and I can tell. And I want you to know that you are not the only person dealing with this. It is a lot of us. But you have to open your mouth and you have to speak so you can get the help that you need, or get the advice or the wisdom or the knowledge that you need to surpass that level. They say new level, new devils. You got to keep up. It's a new season. The sun is shining. It is a new season. You have to release it. If you take it in this new season, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you take it in this new season, your tree will not bear fruit. And I'm going to say that one more time. If you take it into your next season, into your new season, your tree will not bear fruit. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. I don't think we can plant seeds in old soil. You need fresh soil. You need fresh fertilizer. You need fresh water, sunlight. Don't allow your past to take away the light in your future. Release it. If it comes back, you know what they say? I hate to say it because I don't want to say it because I don't need nothing coming back. But no, I'm serious, y'all. They say if it comes back, you know it's real. But me, I feel like if it was real, it would have never left. That's just me. But release the bad habits and places and things that you have subjected yourself to. I hope it's not you being at a bar or being in clubs a lot or whatever. My cat just want to play, y'all, and I do not feel like playing with her. Her little nails is too sharp. She want to play too much. But I wanted y'all to know that nothing can stop you but you. Keep putting your best foot forward and make sure that every move that you make every day is progress towards your promise. And I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all something, okay? This the new PPP. Okay, this the new PPP. Share this with your friends. The new PPP is process, progress, promise. That's the new PPP. Share it with your friends. You have to go through the process. You have to progress through the process. The progression And the process will get you to the promise. Take your time. Know yourself before you try to get to know anybody else this year. This year, that is your duty. Get to know you before you try to get to know anybody else, because you are still learning how to release. And it's okay. It takes us all a minute, but I'm here to help you. I love you. I thank you for stopping by. I hope I was able to give you something. I'm gonna try my best to keep these videos kind of short, because I know y'all just be wanting me to get straight to the point. So I'm getting straight to the point now. I love y'all. I believe in y'all. I support y'all. If y'all need me, I'm only a click away. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video. Turn on your post notification bell so you won't miss a thing. I will be having guests soon, and I know that they can come through and give y'all some of their perspective of life. And it's gonna be some real dope people. Promise y'all that. Make sure y'all keep y'all head up. Stay blessed.
Yeah, big plans, big money. Yeah, big plans,